So real quick, this video is not a tutorial. If you're here to get a good quick tutorial on how to modify your Nintendo 64 to play Japanese games, this is not the video for you. This video instead is a sort of vlog video from the YouTuber called FreeXax. That's me. I've been having a real hankering to play a game called Sin and Punishment, and I currently do not have my N64 that can play Japanese N64 games. And I really want to play Sin and Punishment so badly. I have my reasons. So I just had my dinner, and I was thinking, because I've been working on a couple things, just had my dinner, and I was like, you know what, I think I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna modify the old Pikachu N64. I'm not gonna do anything to damage the N64 like some people do when they mod their consoles, but I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to modify it just a little bit, not enough to destroy anything though. And I figured I'd go ahead and I would show you this process, because guess what? FreeXax is not a handy man, so we're gonna see how it turns out. It'll be okay. But first I gotta go to the store to buy the proper tools. Yeah, but I figured I would film this sort of process. If you're interested in FreeXax and you're interested in potentially modifying your N64 to play some of those Japanese games, hey, maybe you get 2 in 1 video. You're gonna knock them out. So, yeah, but like I said, this is not a tutorial. It's already been like 2 minutes of me recording those, so if I just don't want it to irritate anybody, because I know every time that I go to look online to find like a tutorial, and they spend like 3 minutes or so just introducing themselves, it's really annoying. I hope this is the right exit. So yeah, next is the store. I double parked. So this store that I just went to did not have one of the tools that is necessary that I read that I need, so I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do. And the guy who I talked to, who was at the store, knew what I was doing. In fact, he's trying to do the same thing, so I found that sort of interesting. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go home, I'm going to watch a couple videos on how to modify the N64. I'm going to turn right here. Yeah. Driving with FreeXax. So I'm going to go home, I'm going to watch some of these videos, sort of tutorialize myself, and learn how to do what I need to do. If I can do what I need to do without this bit, I'm gonna give that a go. I'm not quite sure what it is. I remember I had a friend modify my original N64 that I did for the Japanese games, and he just sort of came in, opened it up, pulled out a piece, and called it good. It wasn't the prettiest way to do it, but it looked pretty, but it worked. So yeah, I'm gonna see what I can do. Alright, so real quick, I can't do the modification today. I'm gonna have to wait a little bit longer. I need something called a game bit screwdriver, and that's just not a normal thing to have. It's like a standard in China, but not a standard in my grandparents' house. So I'm going to order that off of eBay, and then we will regroup in a week to 2 weeks. So, Sin and Punishment will just have to wait. How's it going, everyone? So it's been roughly 4 days, and I just received the thing that I needed. It's called a game bit screwdriver. I'm working on editing, not verses, but I'm working on editing the re-uploads for Nightmare Creatures. Not Nightmare Creatures, what's the other one that I did? Wait, no, yeah, not Nightmare Creatures. This one is Nightmare Creatures. I'm working on that right now. Like I said, if you came to this video to see a tutorial, you came to the wrong place. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna show you what we're doing right now, and we'll move on in just a bit. We're gonna start. I'm gonna pull apart the N64, and I'm gonna modify it to become a nice and Japanese-ified. Alrighty, I now have everything necessary to do what I want to do. So you have two options when you're doing this kind of Japanese modifying type thing. There's my N64, there are 2 games, and there are the necessary tools, I believe. You can also have something if you want to do cutting, which I'll show you what you can cut, but before when I had modded my old N64, I did not do the cutting. So real quick, the reason why this stuff is locked, region locked, is because N64 games, Japanese and English, have different backings, as you can see right here. So therefore, this is the Japanese game, Doraemon. It does not go in the N64. So basically what we have to do is these little notches in here, we have the option of cutting them, or we have the option of pulling this thing out. So it depends on which one you'd rather do. So what you can do, instead of actually modifying the N64, if you don't want to touch the already broken Japanese, or the already broken Pikachu N64, you can take off the backs of these 2 games and replace them. Take a game that you don't love and replace the back with a Japanese cart. It takes less time, but you also sort of risk messing with the board on the inside of this. So the risk with modifying this is you could potentially mess with the inside of the Japanese N64, or with the actual N64 itself. So I'm going to mod just this, but I wanted to show these as sort of an example. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and start with this, and I'll update you as I go. I can't really hold and screw at the same time. Real quick, what I have to unscrew here is this with the game bit, 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 and this with the game bit. Alrighty, I have now removed those, so I believe I can lift this off now. Let's try with one hand. I'm gonna try a different way. I think that maybe there's a screw in here, potentially. I'm going to double check to see if there are any special ways to pull apart this N64, because I'm having trouble right now doing it and I don't want to break it. So I'm going to double check real quick. I forgot to take out a screw. Alright, so you have to be careful when you pull out the Japanese, when you pull out the Pikachu N64, because it has this thing that lights up the cheeks when you turn on the game. So you have to be careful. When I was pulling off, I was pulling off a little bit rough. I hope that's still fine. It should be. So the next thing is this thing. Let me see if I can get a focus on there. Yeah, I have to unscrew this thing. This is the deal that keeps these, the notches from going in. So I'm going to go ahead and pull this off right now, and then I'll come back. Alrighty, that is all finished. So I'm going to go ahead and pull that off now, and I'm going to stick that right there. You stay right there. You do not move. And there you go. You are pretty much done. The big sacrifice is that if you pull this off, you end up losing these. So the option with this, if you flip it over, is to cut these out. I don't know if I have anything that can do that, but I'm gonna go look around right now, see what I can find. I have like a knife or scissors that I could potentially do, but I don't really want to mess with it because it's my N64. So let me see what I can do. So I don't really have the tools for it, so I've decided that what I'm going to do is I am going to just pull these out, and I'm going to keep them right here, and I will put all of this together so I don't lose it, and then I will just keep it like this, which is a little bit dangerous to the degree that you could potentially damage the inside of your console. However, if I always keep an N64 game in there, like I always do, that should really be no problem. It'll be fine. So yeah, that's pretty much, I'm going to put it back together real quick and then probably pop in a game and get to playing. And now that is finished, so it is time to try it out, which I know it will work unless the system has just broken. Alright, about to turn it on real quick and we'll see if it works. I put in Doraemon. Pikachu's lit. Doraemon is up. As long as that's the thing that starts up Doraemon, then that's fine. Ooh. 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 Okay, so yeah, that's how you do that to your N64 the incorrect way, technically, because it does have that thing where, you know, you have to, well, you get rid of this. I'm gonna keep it though, of course, because I'm not a sociopath. I keep my stuff. But yeah, that's pretty much how you do it the wrong way. Thanks for watching this video. I'm sure it wasn't the best, but that's okay, because that's FreeXax quality for you. If you're interested in more things like this that are sort of behind the scenes FreeXax type stuff, or behind the scenes N64 stuff that I do, which isn't very often, but if you're interested in that kind of stuff, let me know. And if you have suggestions, let me know. Thanks for watching. Tip your waitresses. I'm 100% serious. Tip your waitresses. If you don't tip your waitresses, I hate you. Unsubscribe from me. I don't want your kind watching my videos. Suggest PS1 games for me to versus.